Most gardeners crush cardboard boxes, toss them into recycling and feel good about it. What they do not realize is that they just threw away one of the fastest soil-building tools nature ever designed. Cardboard is not trash. Used correctly, it becomes a microbial engine that transforms dead soil into rich compost faster than most piles ever will. This is not theory, it is biology. Why cardboard behaves differently than other compost materials? Cardboard is almost pure carbon. Not dry, useless carbon, but soft plant-based fibre that fungi and bacteria break down rapidly when moisture and microbes are present. Unlike wood chips, cardboard collapses quickly, holds water evenly, and creates the perfect low-oxygen surface microbes thrive in without turning anaerobic. Most gardeners use cardboard only as a weed blocker. That is wasting its real power. The real reason: compost piles stall. Compost fails when carbon and nitrogen never properly connect. Piles dry out, heat spikes, or microbes starve. You see, cardboard fixes all three problems at once when used as a microbial sponge instead of just a dry layer. When cardboard is pre-charged with biology, it actually becomes compost fuel, not just a filler. The composting trick that honestly changes everything. Instead of shredding cardboard dry or layering it untouched, soak it with a microbial activator before composting or placing it in soil. This single step turns cardboard into living compost within days. Tear cardboard into hand-sized pieces. Avoid glossy or wax-coated material. Place it in a container or directly on soil. The exact activation formula. Mix 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses into 5 litres of clean water. Stir until fully dissolved. Now, go ahead and pour this mixture over the cardboard until it is fully saturated, but, not dripping excessively. This feeds bacteria instantly and wakes up fungal networks already present in the cardboard fibres. Why does molasses work so fast? Well, molasses contains simple sugars that microbes consume immediately. Once fed, they multiply exponentially and begin breaking down the cardboard from the inside out. This creates heat-free composting that does not burn nutrients. Within 24 hours, the cardboard becomes biologically active, turning cardboard into compost without a pile. Lay the activated cardboard directly onto garden soil. Cover lightly with leaves, grass clippings, or finished compost. Water gently to maintain moisture. Earthworms move in within days. Fungi colonize the fibres. The cardboard disappears faster than most gardeners believe possible. This is composting in place, not in a bin. So, why does this method actually beat traditional composting? Well, you see, traditional compost piles require turning, balancing, and honestly, quite a bit of time. But with this method, you're building soil exactly where your plants actually grow. The nutrients never leave the system. Nothing is wasted. There's no hauling, no waiting months, and really there's no failure from neglect. It's just, simple and effective. Here, the soil itself becomes the compost bin. It's as straightforward as that. So, what happens underground? Well, microbes get to work, breaking cardboard down into a humus-rich material that binds soil particles together. It's quite remarkable, really. Water retention improves, Air channels form naturally, allowing for better movement. Worms distribute nutrients deeper without disturbance. Roots follow microbial trails and, access nutrients faster. Using cardboard to rescue poor soil is quite effective. In compacted or lifeless soil, just layer activated cardboard in the late afternoon, and keep it covered for several days. Lift it, and the soil beneath will be darker, looser, and, well, biologically awake. Repeat monthly until the soil responds consistently. Why do gardeners think cardboard does nothing? Dry cardboard blocks weeds, but honestly, it feeds nothing. Microbes just cannot work without moisture and sugar. Most failures come from, well, skipping activation. Cardboard is not fertilizer. It's actually infrastructure for life. When cardboard becomes, permanent soil. Once fully broken down, cardboard becomes stable carbon. This improves soil structure for years, not just weeks. Unlike fast compost that, just vanishes, cardboard-derived humus actually remains. This is long-term soil building, not just a quick fix. Mistakes that, well, can ruin the process. Do not bury cardboard dry. Do not use ink-heavy or plastic-coated material. And do not flood the area. Moist, not soaked, is the goal. Biology thrives in balance. How often to repeat? In active gardens, once per season is enough. In new or damaged soil, repeat every 4 to 6 weeks until worms and microbes establish themselves naturally. Once life returns, it's important to stop intervening. Why does this method stay invisible, you might wonder? Well, it does not sell products. It uses waste. And really, it just works quietly. That is why it is rarely taught. Nature, after all, prefers simple systems. If this changed how you see cardboard forever, go ahead and subscribe to Nature's Blueprint. Share this with someone still hauling compost and help more gardens rebuild soil the way ecosystems always have.